Morning. I'm going to Gut Club in Newmarket, the regional gastroenterologist. We all meet every 6 months to discuss training issues, share our ideas, and the registrars will present cases. So it's a learning day. Um, so I'm about to start. They normally serve really good lunch and snacks, etc. But I always go ready with my own stuff. This is my savory with lots of nuts in it, and this is my good stuff: avocado, artichokes, olives, and cheese. And what I was going to say, at some stage in my life when I was a kid, somebody mentioned two things which kind of scared the life out of me. One is once your memory will completely get full, like your hard drive is fully exhausted, then you will start forgetting stuff, or otherwise you cannot learn new memory and new create any new knowledge, which is totally rubbish. Anyway, now I know that, but that kind of made me quite panicking before the GCSE exam, like what I'm going to do. So the other person says that unless you learn something every day, like a complex learning, not like I learned this is a hosepipe, not like that, like professional learning, semi-professional learning. I'm a hepatologist, fatty liver expert, and a gastroenterologist. I'm learning simple stuff to how to make this device work. So this has been one of the key thing in my life, to keep learning different things, keep meeting new people, make new connections, networks, and share. The reason you need to share, you need to underline, you need to make your own notes, because then only your brain fully engage with this stuff. I sometimes even do it in library books with pencil and then rub it off. You won't understand that, but this is how you make the knowledge yours. So this is a BMJ. I normally tier the pages. It's a CPD, half an hour. This one is very important for everybody's peripheral vascular disease in primary care. How you approach, how you investigate, when do you refer, when you refer urgently, when you refer non-urgently. So the interesting thing is ABPI. This is the machine. This is a scan that you can do, and if the score is 0.5, is less than 1 is not good, but until it drops below 0.8, no significant arterial disease. And this is important because sometimes patients will have with venous ulcers. So vascular disease might either mean arterial disease, which is absent pulse, or venous disease, good pulse. Now arterial ulcers are normally painless compared to venous ulcers. And venous ulcer, you elevate the leg and compress, which you shouldn't do if it's arterial, because it will further jeopardize the blood supply, arterial supply, and cause more gangrene and ischemia. So this is a very nice quick thingy, and the take-home messages I have put like a pain and pulse. These are the two main things that you need to kind of differentiate between vascular as opposed to venous as opposed to arterial. Like this is the venous ulcers, it will be painful and the pulse will be present, whereas if it's an arterial ulcer, it will be rather painless compared to that, and a pulse will be absent. The other thing is that if you walk, then the pain will increase in the cuff, and sometimes it can even cause rest pain. So you refer to the vascular unit, and so basically my action point is that I'm going to get an ABPI machine for myself, not myself, for my patients, because I'm very fond of gadgets, and I have become a gastroenterologist kind of for endoscopy, and there's so many stuff I can do procedure wise. I'm quite a hands-on man, and my passion is how to use food and exercise to heal our body. And this is a fantastic book by Saira Hamid. Anybody who practice medicine should read this book. I haven't finished it yet, but this is done by Dr. Hamid, who is in Imperial, runs obesity clinic. She's an endocrinologist. And this is a measurement. Yesterday, I gave a talk to my patient, like a health workshop. How do you know where you are standing? And body composition analysis is one. When we were a student, we used to measure with a caliper. This is a caliper. So this is the bit. You pinch a fold, a skin fold thickness, the fat in your scapula and in your triceps, back of your arm, and also your abdomen, and then you measure the actual length of the fat fold, width of the fat fold, and then there is a calculation I think probably you can scan the QR code, but this is a very old, this is probably 10 years old. And this is more kind of accurate one, semi-accurate. If you want the exact fat composition of your body, like a professional research grade, then you have to get a DEXA bone scan, expensive. And I cannot send patients to that. So I will either do this or maybe a combination of this. And this is the bioimpedance. So basically it passes an electric current, you don't feel anything, and it goes through your body, and depending on the impedance is different for fat, muscle, bones, and water, and it will give you a score and kind of a rough idea about what's the body fat percentage. Our idea is to decrease the fat percentage and hold on to the muscle percentage, or even increase the muscle percentage in a modest amount. So that we don't suffer from sarcopenia, like a muscle loss, because it's an anxiety, particularly in the elderly population, when you're telling them to slim down, and they will not only slim down, they will lose their muscle mass, because it's quite critical that they keep on their muscle mass. So diet and nutrition modification will make you slim down, but at the same time, that will not help you to slim down. Exercise will not help you in a major way. It will, unless you do HIIT and powerlifting and stuff, which is kind of almost not doable for most of the elderly patients. Then you need to do some gentle lifting kind of stuff, like a functional strength training, so that you hold on to the muscle, okay, while you slim down by cutting out the carbs. And this is the book, lots of evidence why carb cutting is the best thing for type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, slimming down, etc. And guess what is this? My last hosepipe got punctured by a sharp twig. So this is the easiest way to wash your car rather than spending 20 pounds. And this is fascinating how little water you can clean your car to a professional level. Because, sometimes you take your car to wash your car, and then on the way back, it rains or whatever happens, and back to square one, kind of back to square one. So I used to take my car once a month before to clean everything out. And then I realized that, I can probably save the earth by using this and spending less water. One bath full of water is 80 liters. And if you take a 5-minute shower, that's 75. So I am currently doing this bucket shower. So 2 buckets is 24 liters. So save the world, water waste, and you save money as well. And it's good fun, it's activity. I have seen some videos that why should I do my own lawn mowing when I can get somebody to do it, and I use that time because my per hour cost is like £200 or something like that. But it is not about per hour cost, it's about, am I enjoying my life? And I am enjoying my life, and you do the same, right? So get this one, and this is fascinating. I can vary, I can make like a drip, I can make a tap water, I can make a power hose and stuff. And you need to also get a bucket and some sprays, some soap water, because just washing will just wash the loose dirt, but it will not shine your car. I think I've made another video just on this, how to clean your car, because car is the place where we spend a lot of time. And entering into the car, I've got some rituals. I've got always a small library in my car, and I will read. And that's a compulsory reading, because the moment you get out of the car, 1 page. When you get in the car, 1 page. And that's how you continuously can learn. And you run a podcast or music as you drive. My thing is that when I go out, I will play the music and plan my day as I'm driving. On the way back, I will listen to an interesting podcast. And that can be anything, like how to improve your cardiovascular fitness. It's mostly medical-ish type. Sometimes, stand-up comedy and all that stuff. So anyway, have a lovely day. And as you know, these are non-scripted videos, and it's one shot. So I switch on the camera and I don't stop. I pause, but I cannot edit. So yeah, and I speak a bit fast. Have your food ready with you. No matter whether you've been invited to a lunch, who knows?